Pete Davidson, the guy who lives with his mother. He comes up cancer rising. He's dated so many famous rich female celebrities, sometimes getting engaged, but in the end it's always the same thing. Hasn't this relationship run its course? After the breakup, the women claim it was never really that serious between them.
I wasn't going to do jokes about this, but then my buddy told me, he's like, yo, I've recently heard that Ariana said she had no idea who you were and she just dated you as a distraction. So now I just think it's like fair game.
Pete Davidson is a courtship football that these out-of-his-league ladies kick around. He's a useful escort, someone to have a fling with so these aging women can prove they can still get a man. It's embarrassing to be in the public eye and not be squired around town by an appropriate escort. And when they tire of him, they drop-kick him out of their lives. They've proven their point, they've saved face with their public, and they can take a breather for a while. John Mayer picked up on this dating void. He would go through all the top female celebrities: Katy Perry, Kim Kardashian, Taylor Swift, Jennifer Aniston, Jessica Simpson, Jennifer Love Hewitt, to name but a few, never marrying a one, but basking in the limelight of having had so many. The only difference is they wanted to marry him. Then there was the Kim Kardashian debacle. When Pete and Kim became an item on that fateful SNL day, Kim had just filed for a divorce from Kanye West. It is speculated Pete was used by Kim to taunt Kanye, which might eventually lead him to a mental meltdown. Kanye fell for Kim's machinations, hook, line, and sinker.
The over-the-top show of affection between Kim and Pete had fans speculating that Kim was potentially using this setup to provoke her ex-husband Kanye. Kanye was fairly vocal about his disapproval about Kim dating Pete, with Kanye saying some pretty nasty things about Pete on social media and even giving him the nickname Skeet Davidson. It was pretty clear that Kanye did not want Pete around his children, which didn't stop Kim from bringing Pete around, even allowing Pete to drive around Calabasas with her daughter Northwest, with North sitting on Pete's lap.
It is speculated this could enable the Kardashians to put Kanye West in a conservatorship, just like Britney Spears.
Pete would respond by being papped inside the gated community Kim Kardashian lives in, driving around in a golf cart with Kanye's kids sitting on his lap. Some fans speculate that Kim had paid paparazzi to take these photos in order to taunt Kanye, with some even theorizing that Kim's entire relationship with Pete Davidson was an attempt to have Kanye break down mentally so the Kardashian family could place him under a conservatorship. It's a little loose, but Kanye himself had shared screenshots of his personal trainer threatening to put him under one back in 2016.
Pete cluelessly walked into the middle of this melodrama, braving through Kanye's bodily threats. And for his trouble, Pete got chewed up and spit out. When all this time, he was hoping to land himself a billionaire. But why would Kim be willing to hand over the keys to the kingdom to a man who is a pauper by her standards? He's been diagnosed with incurable Crohn's disease that can give him intestinal pain. He said smoking weed helps him through it. Because of depression, he cuts himself on his chest, so much so he got tattoos to cover up the scars.
What does cutting look like?
I cut my chest. That's why I started getting tats on my chest, is to like cover them.
How often do you still battle with depression?
Oh, I'm always depressed, all the time.
You think you've ever hit rock bottom?
Oh yeah, I hit it all the time.
He's been described as a do-nothing in his spare time, watching TV and getting high.
He doesn't do anything these days. He just hangs in his room and watches TV. He doesn't come out much and doesn't really do anything. Whether or not this is true, it certainly tracks with his deactivated social media accounts.
When you can sum up your life in 25 words or less, it's not exactly a ringing endorsement. So in a shrewdly calculated way, he goes from one rich celebrity to the next, hoping for that pot of gold at the end of a divorce settlement. But he hasn't pulled it off so far.